Yeah, whatever. My parents just told me to clean my room for the 4th time today. Yeah, whatever. I don't care where we go, as long as I'm with you. I can say these 2 words a million different ways and mean them just as many. So how can we understand somebody if we don't hear their voice? If we don't see how they move, how they hold themselves? So I'm going to ask you, what is communication? Today I'll do a couple of things. I'll first start by breaking down what communication is fundamentally, in and out of the dictionary. Then I'll describe how exactly we communicate today and how we ultimately fail. And then I'll leave you with a message, a different way to approach the concept of communication. So what is communication? According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, and behavior. But our world is so vast and so complex. How can we only rely on one of those aspects? We communicate in so many different ways, everything from social media to text messages, phone calls, and video calls. And then we move on to more interpretive mediums, such as books, poetry, and music. Our lives are interwoven with those around us. I'll give everyone here a moment. Reach out to someone. Any way you would like. Right now, please, reach out to somebody. However that may be, in whatever way that may be. I'm gonna be honest, you all surprised me tonight. You reached out to the people around you. I honestly expected everyone to reach for their phones. Because we tend to rely on one thing, and we do it commonly. The written word, whether that be text messages, emails, books, music, the written word. According to Albert Mehrabian, a body language researcher, communication is broken down into 3 parts. The first part is nonverbal at 55%. Vocal comes at 38%, and the rest comes from words alone. So when we stick to the written word, hence the word, we miss out on 93% of what someone's trying to get across. So why does the how matter? Albert Mehrabian's research has been used for decades, since the 70s. And we're gonna shift gears a little bit. Instead of picturing Cher, Watergate, and disco, I'd like you to think about TikTok, Tiger King, and Among Us. We have now time warped into the COVID-19 pandemic. In May of 2020, Zoom, the video conference program we are all too familiar with, had over 200 million daily meeting participants. A month later, in June, that number was at over 300 million meeting participants daily. We craved that communication so much, and we couldn't have it. So, a study done by the International Data Corporation found that the average corporate worker spent 28% of their work week going through emails. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend a quarter of my work week going through emails. They could have spent the rest of their time talking to the people around them, say, picking up this handy dandy thing called a phone, or walking across the hall. But emails, interesting, right? Another study done by Forbes found that in 2017, professionals check their emails 15 times per day. You may think, oh, that's not too bad. I'm always on my email. That was once every 37 minutes. I don't know anybody that is constantly on their email and will respond within 37 minutes of me sending it. And raise your hand here if you've ever read something by Shakespeare or Voltaire or anybody that you read something and went, huh? Yeah, we all did. We all did. Don't be shy. Right. And you may be like, Jackie, why are you telling me this? It's old lingo. No one uses it. It's pretty pointless. Maybe you're right. Maybe you are. But you came up with your own idea as to what they meant. You had this image in your head of what this person felt, what they experienced that shaped them into the person that they were at that moment in time. And I hope you all like theater, because every single written work you've ever witnessed was a script. You gave it your own voice, because Shakespeare and Voltaire are dead. They're not going to tell you what they meant. You had to make those assumptions. You had to try and understand that for yourself. So back to my question of why does the how matter? By the National Library of Medicine, in 2015, a study was done. It was how teenagers use text messaging. Well, text messaging. In this study, this was before iPhone got fancy, mind you. Teenagers sent and received around 67 messages per day. That's not a lot. That's as much as my Snap streaks. I'll be real with you. And now, a Pew Research study, they interviewed a teenager. Her response was, when I text, I can say exactly what I want. You know what I call that? A lie. You can't say exactly what you want, because when you text, you use only the words. You don't get the nonverbal facial cues. You don't get the tone. You get the written word. No different than Shakespeare and Voltaire, only you're not dead. So, when you can, use emojis, little cute images that'll help you understand, or that'll help the people around you understand exactly what it is that you mean. Of course, be professional when you can, but you also have to understand your use of emojis is just as unique as your fingerprint. Every emotion you felt, every thought process you've had that led you to choosing that emoji. So someone else may see a smiley face and they may think, oh, this is great. This person's happy. That's pretty universal for a smiley face. Someone else may not see that. We don't know. So be aware of your audience. Now say these words. Fish sticks. Yeah, say it again, fish sticks. And keep going. And stop. At a certain point, you stopped saying fish sticks and you said fish ticks or something of the like. It doesn't matter what you really said, because you would have stopped thinking of that flaky, golden, fishy perfection and just the jumble of words coming out of your mouth. It doesn't matter what you say if you can't say it. So that unassuming word, it doesn't hold much weight. But if you were to say it a bunch and you said fish ticks, I would have looked at you like you're crazy. So it's important for us to realize that what we say is important, but how we say it, that's where the difference is. This is our reality. The choice is yours. Thank you.